Okay, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2022 My Team. Today you join me for the Mexican Grand Prix. We're off the bat of a very good win out in Monza. It could have been a double podium for the team, but unfortunately Lawson had a couple of issues and got pushed back by the leaders. You know, they just all got past him and then he wasn't able to get back past, but it was a very good race, P1 and P5. Great points for the team. I think that's what, 35 points for the team. So hopefully we can keep P4 in the Constructors' Championship and see what happens. Now, as you can see here, we've got some upgrades coming in. We're currently P10 car-wise, but we're going to get a lot of upgrades coming in. I think that's like 8 or 9. Because a couple of them failed before Monza, so we were able to just put them in for now. And that is a lot. That is a lot. And if we have a look here, there we go. And I think we have a couple more coming in after the season break as well. Now, we also have a driver retirement announcement. Unfortunately, Fernando Alonso is retiring at the end of the season. He just went back to Ferrari, was looking good on the pace. Could have got a championship next season, but no. He is giving up. He's going away again. Ugh. Anyways, going into qualifying now. We have quite a good advantage here. I mean, from turn 17 to turn 1, I think it's the longest stretch between the final corner and the first corner. It's such a long straight. I mean, you'll see when we get there in the race. But right, we're setting our qualifying lap, going through turn 6 now. A bit dodgy, but we're going a lot faster than we were, going through the very wiggly section. I can always get this bit wrong. You know, you're fighting against the car with the curves. You're having to make sure you don't lose too much speed. Luckily, we actually got through quite well. Went about 0.4 seconds faster than we did the first time. We've almost run out of energy, but it's fine. Zhou ran you ahead of us. Might give us a little bit of a slipstream to the line, but there's not really much of a straight before the last corner on the line. I mean, look here. So we're going around the last bend. 1.3 seconds, 1.4 seconds faster. And across the line, where's that going to be? That's P5! Come on! P5! What a lap. Oh my god.
Welcome to Mexico City, the most popular city in North America, and home, of course, to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. And who, I wonder, will they be cheering on the top step of today's podium? The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour. And providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right, and the remaining 7 going to the left. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ocon, Reed, and Fernando Alonso. Russell, Stroll, Leclerc and Lando Norris. Vettel, Joe, Daniel Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty, and Gasly. Sainz, Magnussen, Nicholas Latifi and Alex Albon. Mick Schumacher, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Liam Lawson, Hamilton and Yuki Tsunoda. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
It's actually really unfortunate because Lawson did really well as well. I think when I remember, I think he came P7, but then he got just a 22 place grid penalty, which is really unfortunate for him. But yeah, what a qualifying. Starting in P5, great opportunity to get a launch off the start. Maybe get a podium here. We'll see what happens. The AI have been turned back up because I've turned traction control off. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyways, forming up, or getting ready to form up for the formation lap behind Ocon. Oh yeah, Ocon's in P4. Bottas is in P3, which is really interesting. Bottas, in the Ferrari lower team, out-qualified both Ferraris. As you know, I think Sainz got a penalty, so it doesn't really count. Which is good for Leclerc as well. I remember that, yeah, because if you look in the map, you can just look at that red dot. He's ahead of Leclerc, like behind Leclerc by quite a bit. So Leclerc has a good chance. There might be like 20 points in it going into the last two races. One of them is a sprint race, to be fair. But, yeah, pulling up to the grid now, doing a quick burnout. We're going to do a second burnout. Just pulling up very slowly, getting purple. Very nice.
Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Okay, Mark. Will
Okay,
do.
so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Okay, whatever you say, bro. Oh, it takes so long. Alright, here we go. So 5 red lights here in Mexico City. We are underway for the Mexican Grand Prix. Ocon on our right in the Alpine gets a pretty bad start. We pull to the left-hand side. Bottas ahead is just going a little bit too slow for us. Not got great acceleration off the line, and unfortunately that holds us back by quite a bit. Russell and Alonso battling behind us. Alonso has a look down the inside of turn 1. So does Ocon on Verstappen. Perez goes a little bit wide. Into turn 2 we go. Ocon and Perez side by side. We're alongside Bottas. We're going to have a launch past him as we go up into P4. Perez, Ocon, Verstappen battling out ahead. Bottas has a little bit of a contact with us on our rear right-hand tyre. Don't know what was going on there. What was going on through his mind. Ocon up into P2, Verstappen in P3, Perez P1. The Mexican leads the Mexican Grand Prix. He got pole as well yesterday. So it's a very good chance for him to win his home Grand Prix here. We'll see what happens as we go through the S section from turn 7 up to turn 11. We're just trying to keep the car going. Yeah, we lose quite a bit of time there. You can see, I think we lost about 0.4 seconds in the end. So we got to just keep up with them in the straights. And really just hope for the best. See what we can do. I mean, we're going through the stadium section now. Probably one of the coolest sections of any track to ever exist. Like, I mean that. It's actually such a sick section of the track. That's not important. Sergio Perez crosses the line in P1 to start lap 2. As we head down towards turn 1, nothing seems to be happening. And I have a feeling P1 and 2 might just pull away quite a bit. More than anything. And P3. Yeah. Probably just going to pull away a little bit. Heading down towards turn 1, Bottas has a look to the left-hand side of us. We pull to the left. Our one defensive manoeuvre. Will he have a look down the inside of turn 1? No, he won't. He will have a bit of a brain just for now. Anyways, lap 3, heading on towards lap 4. Bottas still behind. Alonso behind him. It's going to be a drag race towards turn 1. Mark, shut up. I wish they always talk at the worst times, like into turn 1, lap 1, or on a safety car restart or some shit. Anyways, Bottas on our left-hand side has a look around the outside of turn 1. Can he make it through? We're giving him enough room. No, he can't make it through. We pull through and back up into P4. At the end of lap 4, not really at the end of lap 4, but somewhat at the end of lap 4, Alonso overtakes Bottas and he's right behind us now as we go towards the stadium section. He's going to have a look down the inside. Can he make it past? No, he can't. Oh, cutting it a bit fine there, lad. On lap 5, Bottas has a look down the inside of turn 1. Can he make it? Yes, he can, but we have a cheeky switchback. Oh my god. Jesus, Bottas. Went a bit wide there, did you not? See, this is what I love. They're just so stupid. The AI are just so stupid. It's great. Oh. Great fun. Alright, end of lap 5. We've got Bottas still behind us. Verstappen and Ocon have flown away. They're 7 seconds ahead of us right now. So any chances of a podium is pretty much gone unless one of them crashes or like has an engine issue. So that kind of sucks, but we move. Bottas behind us. I have a feeling he might try and make a move down into turn 1 once again. He will have DRS, and this track is weird, so he'll have DRS from turn, or from the start line to turn 1, and then from turn 3 to turn 4, just for that one detection zone. Here he goes, around the outside of us. We're going to pull behind him, and we're just going to let him pass. Oh my god, he locks up. What a moron. Sorry. Yo, Codemasters, EA, please fix this. How many times do they lock up? How many? Too many. Too many times. It's a joke now. Oh, God. Alright, end of lap 6. Oh, yellow flag behind. Trying to look at the map, see if anyone's slowing or stopped. I think that's a McLaren. No, that sounds about right. Fuck off, man. I hate McLaren sometimes. I support McLaren and they're so shit. Lando Norris out of the session. So is Zhou Guanyu, and the safety car's been deployed. Right, we're going to whip right into the pits. The top 3 haven't been able to, but they'll probably be able to get around and get in before we come out. But we're going to use this safety car right now, pull into the pits, get a good stop, and live life to the fullest. Yeah. Right, here we go. Pulling in. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God, man. I'm firing you, man. Jesus. Another issue. That's like the 3rd race in a row that we've had a pit stop issue. Jesus. Right. Alright. Let's we have a look at what happened. So Norris is going slowly with a bit of an engine issue, I assume. He pulls to the right-hand side of the track. Someone hits him. I'm assuming that is Zhou that hits him. We'll have a look. Oh, that car sounds nice. He pulls around the... Oh, it was just... Yeah, it was just... He pulls around the Williams and then the McLaren's just there. Well, well, well. Alright, well, we're still in P4. They all pitted on the safety car and managed to get out the top 3. So we... Oh. I'll take that. Alright, here we go. Safety car coming in at the end of lap 9 to start lap 10. Will we be able to make a move on Verstappen towards turn 1? Will we get crashed out? Probably. It is Verstappen. And this isn't even like a diss towards him. The AI for Verstappen is so aggressive. Like genuinely, it is so aggressive. It's a joke. Anyways, pulling around the final corner, we're probably not going to get a great launch, but as they start moving, we're going to start moving. A little bit too slow on the reaction times there. We've got our ERS, we're going to just deploy it. Yeah, Mark, it's 8 laps, and you're on medium. Behave. Alright, back to green flag racing. Verstappen, Ocon, and Perez ahead. Ocon moves to the left-hand side to try and get around the outside of Perez. He can't make it. He does a switchback. Oh my God! Oh my God! Ocon, the AI, switchbacks on Perez, takes P1. We're alongside Verstappen doing the same thing we did to Bottas in turn 1, just about getting out of the yellow flags before getting past him. We have managed to get up into P3 in the podium positions. Ocon and Perez battling ahead still. Okay, as we finish off lap 10, Ocon falls back into P2. Perez pulls away a little bit to the lead. I'm surprised the Alpine has even stayed in P2 for this race. Verstappen behind us. Will he try and make a move down the inside of turn 1? Yes, he will. Will it stick? We'll just have to wait and see. He goes wide again, and he just opens up a gap for us to go through, and we take it. Very nice. Right, lap 11 on to 12. I assume we're going to have the exact same thing. The actual exact same thing. We're going to go towards turn 1. Verstappen will be on our right-hand side. He'll pull in. He'll go through the corner. He'll go wide, and we'll just go past. We're going to try and block him off a little bit because we don't want him to get past too early, or he'll just get ahead of us. And there won't be a move into turn 1. It will just be ahead of us. Here we go. Wide, very wide, and we're through. It's so predictable, man. I do love it though. They're really satisfying to be able to do. Alright, lap 12 on to lap 13. Verstappen behind us once more. We're just checking if we do have to pit for whatever reason, we have softs get put on rather than like another set of mediums. I always do that towards the end stage of the race, especially when we've got this happening 3 times now. He goes past us though before turn 1, and unfortunately he goes so far forward that we can't actually make a move back on him. We have a look into turn 2, but it's not going to work. And he's also going to have DRS now, which is a bit unfortunate. We have to run off the track with a little bit of oversteer, but we didn't get an advantage. And I think we might have got a bit of underbody damage. Who's really to say? Not me, that's for sure. Alright, so we're still behind Verstappen, about 1.4 seconds, which isn't great for us. We'd like to be a bit closer so we can get DRS. He won't have DRS on Ocon, which is a positive. But we won't have DRS on him. Oh, that was... my wheel went a bit funny. Anyways, heading through towards the stadium section we go. Can we make it? Probably not. I mean, we'll see what we can do. Oh my god, Max Verstappen spins. Max Verstappen. Let's get a replay of that because this is great. Oh, so he does a double spin as well. And 3 we go. Oh, that's great. Safety car's been deployed because of that. Oh my god. That's perfect. Honestly, this Alpine is really competitive. Look, we got P2 and P4 for the Alpine. That's really impressive. Really impressive. It's impressive we managed to keep P3, but we do have actually a good car now. Alright, here we go. Safety car coming in at the end of lap 16. Bloody hell, we hit the back of Ocon. Christ almighty. Won't be the first time. Anyways, lap 16 of 18. Perez and Ocon ahead of us. If we can get past 1 and get a P2, that'd be great. That'd be our second highest finish. So we've got 2 P3s now and 1 P1. We've got all but 1 of the trophies. Bronze and gold. No silver. I don't know what I'm chatting anymore. Alright, here we go. Back to racing. We're going to prepare to go. We've got a bit earlier of a reaction this time. So we might actually be able to catch up to Ocon. We've got Arias deployed. Mark. Shut up. Anyways, as we head towards turn 1, we're behind Ocon, who's behind Perez. Will Ocon make a move? He moves to the left-hand side. Can he do it? Into turn 1. Perez goes wide. Ocon goes through and up into P1. We go through and up into P2. Sergio Perez's dream of winning his home Grand Prix is thrown out the window and into a skip. There's no way he can pull this back now. Sergio Perez wide into turn 1. Absolutely fluffs it. He might get on the podium. He definitely could still get on the podium, but nothing more than that, unfortunately for him. We're still behind Ocon. Will we be able to make a move on him? Probably not. I'm not too fussed about that. Ocon isn't a rival for us in any capacity. Actually, his teammate is our current rival. But he's not like a championship competitor or anything, or trying to take our position in the championship. So I'll quite happily let him win. I mean, I'll try my best, but if he wins, I'm not going to be annoyed. It'd be quite nice for him, actually. Might get a bit of confidence for him. Anyways, as we round off the final corner of the penultimate lap. Well, actually, I guess that's the penultimate corner of the penultimate lap. And that is the final lap started. That's not great. A Haas pulls into the pits. Interesting. Anyways, into turn 1. We're going to be behind Ocon, and we're going to stay behind Ocon now. Here we go then. Through the wiggly section. I had to cut the corner there because I honestly can't be arsed anymore. It's the last lap. I'm not going to be able to overtake him. Who really gives a shite? Anyways, through to the stadium section we go. Esteban Ocon, who's leading this race right now. Esteban Ocon goes through the stadium section, through the final couple of corners. Esteban Ocon will take the win here in Mexico City, and we finish P2 just behind him. But Esteban Ocon in the Alpine, showing that the Alpine actually has some form of, competitiveness. Lewis Hamilton, driver of the day. He started quite far back and didn't finish quite far back.
The thin air makes this event a brutal one.
But wow.
For Formula One cars.
Didn't think I'd see Alpine. Really didn't. And Perez now P3 again.
So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Here come today's winning drivers, and what a race this was. This is a team that knows success very well in F1, and they're just itching for even more. Congratulations to the Alpine team for their excellent win today.
It's a shame they don't do what they do in the actual Mexican Grand Prix with the winner's car on the podium. That would be sick in the game. I think they should get on that. But anyways, P2 starting P5, Esteban Ocon P1 starting P4. We gained 4 positions, one of which was just on Bottas. It wasn't too hard to gain at the start of the race, but then, you know, he started coming back. He came through, switched back. He came through again the next lap, locked up, fell back, which really helped us out. And then we would have probably been in P4 for the rest of the race if it wasn't for that first safety car. And then after that first safety car, you know, we all pit. The race kind of neutralised. It was, or not neutralised, like everyone bunched up. But it wasn't like, I don't really think many people got overtakes done during the pit stop, or at least not like important overtakes, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't like I went through and I then got past like the top 3 and came P1 or whatever. You know, there would be a couple of double stops, but nothing too important. And then we kind of like stuck behind it. Max Verstappen spun, put us in P3. Safety car gets brought out again. And then, yeah, it was Perez who massively messed up into turn 1 and let me and Ocon through. And also Alonso at the time, but then Alonso fell back to P4. Anyways, if we have a look at the standings, we're currently still in P4. We're quite far behind in P4. In fact, I think we've kind of guaranteed P4 here. We can't really lose P4 to Alonso unless we just don't get any points. And we can't really gain P4 or P3 on Perez. But looking at this, Charles Leclerc, 16 points behind Carlos Sainz. 2 races to go. One's a sprint race. There's what? A max of 60 points. A max of 60 points. So, championship is still very much in competition here. In fact, it can only really be won in Brazil next time out. It has to be a very specific amount of points. I'm not sure what the points are. I'll tell you before the start of that race, but it's a very specific amount. Anyways, thank you for watching this race. I really hope you enjoyed it. I actually really did enjoy racing. It was great fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time for the sprint race in Brazil, and then the race in Yas Marina. I've also, going back on what I said yesterday, I've made up my mind of what races will be 50% next season. So it's going to be the Bahrain Grand Prix, the opening one, the Yas Marina Grand Prix, so the finale, which is kind of like strategy-wise, and then it'll be probably like Spa or Monza or one of those middle races. But yeah, I will see you next time out in Brazil, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.